important part of this racetrack. So where he is right now, that's 2/3 of the way around the corner. If your car does not point and go in the right direction in that part of the racetrack, again, center of the corner here, 2/3 there. If it's not pointed, you can't get in the gas, and when you do, it spins the rear tires. And so you think, as a race car driver and a team working on it, hey, I got to have enough rear grip. The car's going to have to be tight. But if you're too tight and you have to turn the wheel a lot, it actually makes the car looser because you unload the rear tires. And that is the struggle with Martinsville. You can make the rear tires work great, but you can't turn it. The key is getting the car to turn, point, and be able to have rear grip. And what you heard him say there was, hey, I need turn at that 2/3 mark. The other thing we saw was he passed William Byron. He's got less laps on his tires, but I'm not so convinced with 14 lap less tires, he could have passed William Byron with that old tire. He passed him and is driven away from him. He is 0.2 of a second faster with these tires versus what William Byron has. That is a good thing.
So Hamlin's fastest. We talked about LaJoie and what he's been able to do. William Byron also. How about the 54 of Ty Gibbs up here in the top 5 as far as 1 lap speed?
Yeah, I've been watching this team all year long to see how this young driver would compete this year in the Cup Series, and they've had some bright moments. I mean, as recently as last week at Homestead, they finished 7th in that race. It's top 10 in both stages. So we've kind of seen that sort of performance. They've sort of landed right inside the top 10, sort of hovering right around that 10th place throughout the season. Maybe a couple of moments where they feel like they should have had chances at winning races, but we're still not quite, seeing what I think they want to achieve, and that's running the top 5 regularly and battle for wins. But build on that. They've had a good year. Maybe not exactly what they wanted in the points, but they've had a good year. They're showing the speed and the pace. Build on that this offseason. Try to get better. Fill some holes, some gaps where you think the team can get stronger personnel-wise in the offseason and come back and do it again.
Did they match expectations of what you thought this rookie driver was going to do?
It was hard to set him because he was so good in the Xfinity Series. Won some races and made it look easy. And so it was really hard to set expectations. And I think all of us maybe hedged a little too high, because we forget how hard it is to come into the Cup Series and compete. Not only are the drivers elite, but the cars are completely different. They're racing longer, harder. It's a completely different experience, trust me.